Work and happiness.
Me. My just say.
Who says, oh, yeah, man, no who resort. So, oh, yeah, man, the pin elephant into the bush. I always get excited when I'm working for the NDC.
I see.
Because I see the elephant being pushed into the bush.
Into the bush.
They are going. I'll rather. And say,
I see.
Until anytime I wake up each morning, when I see the signs on the wall, I get so excited.
I see.
Because I see the elephant being chased into the bush. One, in two folds, by their own actions and by the effort of the NDC. So I'm happy, sir. And I like him so much. But the saddest part, they say they are going to take opposition from 7 January 2025 going.
I see.
It's clear
that strongest belief.
It's not me. On say, my chair what you phone or her phone in nothing. So mention NDC me what Ghana teacher from former President Mahama to your party leader, chairman of Uswampofo, down to your regional executive, Obibia, and so I heard the science now. Or Ghana no, and then me tell other panelists who's to a man of pain.
Yeah,
they did a fantastic job. Minimum but me bomb my basso. So person or mom will be a gene here. Don't joke with teachers and drivers. NDC make it that blatant mistake in the past, and we paid deal for it in 2016. And another day and about BC opposition NDC that's what your opposition. And I see clearly said the is self-inflicted. And he will be more pious say pudu shit, but pudu share the edge. And the NDC there and more pious say or more mismanage economy. But your hope on is or more mismanage will come back and fix it. It will be our NDC near our each part of the country and even outside the country. The signs are clear on the wall. And situation to ya in ya one chance. Inti only baby I will be until say a baby about 7 December 2024. No, communal labor each day. And I told my mentor in NDC say every day is a campaign day. Into be our NDC member and for slogan we two teams say every day is a campaign day. Until say you better about December 7 2024 ye memenda. They were former President Mahama and a crowd dano. Young Kosunya Juma through the air, on the land, everywhere. Because you see, Obi Oberi anyone firm to push out the person out of power is no joke. You say, pursue 2 or more there. The onus lies on us. Yen close around, yen united, yen democratic, yen receptive, yen Obia. Because the NDC is a Congress. And I'm so happy, sir. Since I joined the NDC, I've never sit here and say the NDC is an angelic party. Because I'm honest, I'm vandal. True stance, nature can occur. The NDC can never be an angelic party, but on balance of comparative politics,
that's right.
The NDC will avail opportunity to each and everyone. And you will be our shame. And I'm a shan example, say, Emfa honey baby, a free baby, a to so joining NDC now with good hearts. Now, yes, obey a man quadia. Then this will create a space for you. Communal labor na ebason na candia commitments and sacrifice. Communal labor acquire for subi. And the NDC communal labor na ebaso 7 December 2024 no. A candia obi here an instance and ka o normal communal labor here shovel pickers, colors etc. no. The communal labor NDC deba 2024 no. A sacrifice, commitment, vigilance and any ding any takashi. Because you am friend your den vigilance and takashi. Nkrufu di etu ni asekan. Ebesna repeat you 2024.
Bernardo Joel Techi Anna Wotin in Kano BOT, or you're a member of the NDC, or you're regional coordinator at the Commonwealth Alliance for Young Entrepreneurs, West Africa. Anna Wotin and workers. Incoming national Nasara coordinator.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Yes, on the ticket of the new patriotic party.
Yes.
I was our position, Ubedi. Ghana for the NPP for 18 million. Minuanum yemu pe Awal Mohammed and Patrick Raf Safo or non so pre Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer. Mpacho we a youth organizer was sentimental. No one to waba ma Patrick, not just a home party to me. Yes. Because a Jumano ye one more commitment. No. So what the show woman sa woman yes. In Shomo, a real more or from more they will show up one more Jumano. And such people are the people you need. And one of them, Raf Safo, or youth organizer, I was Shanti region. Me ma campaign there may be a man. I was may be a man. Because I'm very humble and affable. Who from Bebia noa. they will show up. Our matching at the say,
yeah, nyame adom bibia ekoso kama.
Ufugunu so efepa.
Medase minua, medase. Say suit in the suit in the winter can answer because tembia. So but on suit on him quality suit to the keka hote. Say camera no be zoom o be hu say ampa suit no. Yes, medase for this opportunity. I think it's a very important. Let me say, minuano. Ebeka se maminche yahwefo ne atiefo nyina na minchia minuano ehia na check kakra because nyina no we are running around adwuma kakra dia boy respective political parties na because e bia minuano beka se NDC na nka bia we woman itinerary number because for a political party to win elections and yet the inefficiencies of the so called and answer the supposed inefficiencies of the ruling party in Kwana Bema Waba power when you reorganize well and no ubetimi a winning power because in any political party organization is very important. You remember in 2016 when we even had the suspension of some other people, even the national chairman, the general secretary, the first vice chairman, but we were able to organize well, organize at the grassroots, organize well, and we were able to win elections. Even in 2008, the NDC, the same. Tama na omo national chairman ifiri ho omo bidizeden sisi awo MP we friends kakra Francis CM Francis CM and omo nyina ko form NDP because they were organized at the base. They were able to win elections into it. Elections in this country doesn't really follow logic now or can wa say ebia omo because you are yet to even organize your base. Your branch in Crown, a party in opposition. We are done with almost everything.
Does that really matter?
It matters. What are you waiting for? You're in opposition. Yes, you're in opposition. What are you waiting for?
The inability to do that, say you put you on a safer side.
No, there are wranglings. When you do it early, you're able to at least cement the wranglings. Now saying one who say Dr. Dufo ekoya okoye hope campaign okojina national conference center and we Independence Square party at the statement by said the mansion yes party e can say omu nhyɛ no say onko fro bia emedon party because or now you say obe contest flag bearership. So the leadership of our party say. So when you have such thing coming up, Okwa Shaman, could edit the seeker, could go from Sankomo organize the party. No, there was no single national executive your friends personnel. No one, not even region.
I don't know if someone talk.
Oh, sir. Okay.
So your party executive.
So, Osha we now. That should tell you that reorganize well if you are ready for power. You reorganize well. You look at opinion of people.
Okay.
Polls I buy, credible poll I buy in natural say if NDC is able to win elections in 2024, it is dependent on the candidate Beba. Say ye cow obia to submission. Ye cow obia say ebia obia enko former President Mahama because on the Usika and that's on the young appointees are obetimi. When you do that to them, and a resurface in a huna juma waya. Debia Okakasana, Ghana for even civil society and the media. No more started in the audio or Kaya when you was president. Nobody aba. Nobody say contracted. So you don't need anyone to tell you that this is someone Otona and Ton. But Omo person so Kojobo Swanka. Or say Ghana for ehnya obi a obe DNDC anymore. On finding sa infra promiscuity and massem any corruption. Kojo Bonsu, no super president Nibiedi. He was an appointee of Mahama. But what can I say? The baby a Ghana for Drew no umu here obia oni slave queens any corruption.
Now when any slave queens
I was say bisa Kojo Bonsu. Because bomochiche free so say be catch us the denchemo because na dia minim say ya pamu no fira asantema no obeye adwuma wo Lodina office.
Why Kojo Bonsu?
Yes, he was there managing her. He was there managing Lodina. Before elections, he was there. But our culture was said, Ghana phone nipa sana. So you see, when you sit down and say, "Oh, do I know Edwura ebi wo eti ampa obeka say oh you winning dey be a campaign day." And eti hai ye campaign. We are doing reorganization of the party, and I'm telling you that if I take over the Zongo communities, inshallah, you know where I came from. Because ultimately, I'm a Zongo person. Ultimately, my year Juma up to the highest level in NDC. I know I have done it in Zongo all my life, and then I cry Hakura Metimi to Zongo because that's what I believe. I believe that I can change the condition of my people when I am with them, because I'm into politics to serve. Minim acquire your first organize elections, and I say organize in the Zongo communities, both NDC and MPP. It is easy for me to serve the Eglize Ejuma Yaye in the Zongo communities. There is no government in the history of this country. Okay. Between 2017 and today, there is no government in the history of this country. Now we call Kwabe. In the campaign rounds, you know, because at your West Kwabe, me PS Makaranta school, there is no single school in the district, FHN school. Makaranta school, yes, with AstroTurf. All this while, let me say AstroTurf, no, Chebi, Kumase, Yendi, aha, Dr. Nu Sharubutu. Name name da say be cross Kwabe. Me kodru Kwabe. Nipa no directly me say bra Islamic school no. Me kodru Islamic school no 6-unit classroom block with teachers your friends saying accommodation bibia with AstroTurf.
All right.
Kwabe. I should tell you that Juma Yaye Okomi Kuroma Santia Fiasia 3 6-unit classroom blocks. Baku Esi Asante Fiase Quranic school. Baku Esi Asokore orientation. Baku Esi Seneja. 3. Ya yini nyinenwe. So it should tell you that what we need is an effective communicator. Ubetimi actually de yaye. I speak with the 3 languages. I'm almost the only national communicator me speaking with the 3 languages. So if they give me the opportunity to serve as national Nasara coordinator, I create the Nasara communications team. I'm telling you, we're taking off. When we get 30% of the Zongo votes, NDC can never come to power again, because the Zongo no, I give you them not less than 3 million votes in every elections. In 2016, we're there. We got there. We had around 22%, and we won massively with 1 million. We won 7 Zongo constituencies. You win it Ablekuma Central. You win it Madina. You win it Atebubu. You win it your friends New Edubiasi. Almost all these constituencies, we lost it in 2020 because we couldn't tell our story. It's the reason that maybe say Nasara for Omo tertiary, Omo constituency. Motu abanu mame na mebe national Nasara coordinator. I'm telling you, we'll be able to turn the fortunes, because Zongo has been a stronghold of the MPP before. Because UP party na yete enokrano na a Muslim Association Party, Northern People's Party, Gashifu Mokwe, the your friends any your friends NLM, and a form of that political party. Lies and throw and omudu Zongo. Emma Yenano, Yetani, Equire NDC for. So, acquire a bit of so I rekindle the support. We'll do it because we have a lot of story to tell in the Zongo communities, because Dr. Nu Sharubutu in the Maulid, Uncrofotity form because AstroTurf. First of all, Usha Whiter, Ultimum Coho, because they are in footro. And now, AstroTurf, would you white, because Maulid, the white neko. Obia odi white ko ebia tete form because AstroTurf you we na peke enwura maku ayo ho.
Awal enti Awal Mohammed from the New Patriotic Party na we friend this in the call NPP and BOT so every BOT so free NPP.
What is a minute cry Juma as national youth wingo and then yes ye ko Tescon training na ono na in charge of how omit me organize entrepreneurship after school na me in charge of effective political communication.
I keep telling people say can and wishing the best of luck.
Yeah.
Now, after competition is cooperation. Yes. Regardless of the fact say you will defend divide, no. When you see good, you have to see good. by phone corner and inside. And so who are the pay or so come. I am happy say MPP man a say on at that national level. In fact, the channel said Ubisa me say hey BOT na unso be contested for any position because I think he cannot appreciate Ejuma Ayeye no. In my view, it is a bit too early. I'm getting so many calls. Some from my constituency, some at the national level. Yeah, but it's too early. I am near the here say to the catcher was for now they work here man this now power. Now, me awa me wishing the best of luck. And what kind of story say the pedigree de Zongo hono. Now I was some man who say do forche den so mudi mfia men na ne denchem. Do forche say den so mudi mfia pema e na ne denchem.
According bro foot.
Yes, enti on function the team say baby or on hona me free ba. Aye on fan na NCC. There is a certain political tradition they use people for power on symbolism. Enti ye be hwe the asset na ewo mu no. Ye di nya de pay where you don't matter. Enti me nua no men we hwe ne bad. Na momitia na nan so say do forche da nso mu di mfia pema enane denchem omo modern so mfa na nsi because the kind of qualities ekura no the UP tradition will love to use such quality for power, and when the power is secured they know how to deal with you. I am not saying this to dampen his spirit, but it is to challenge him to make sure say baby odin anya kire no that yen shocheje no. I know God willing, so Allah willing, because that is where his faith lies. So to tune in yes, he can win, but we need yes, umamia dana also wewu no nsia bebo. Enti se wo kofom na se wo kofom a enso no be memo. O make a certain profound statement be say Kojobom so can about the matter of promiscuity. Na abra yi ni free mayor of KM near the neighbor office of Lordin Ababe ye Makakra. You see, if I need an advice on morality, I'll not go to the owner of a brothel. Yes, if I need advice on morality and moral values, I'll not go to somebody who runs a brothel. But so what I say. Say good. I don't think I'm say on say be no your politics are. Some areas are sensitive, and more so to the point that why is a Muslim, and the culture in the Islamic virtue allow for a man to marry more than one. Into matters of promiscuity, there, attending who territory in room treasure, into be a way be no say kasa ye kohwa, and hana say wa broniabam, but we in the NDC who say be a watinka. Into Kojobonsu no as to whether he said it or not, I will not even amplify it on this platform. Now, mum say. If I need uyobi a NDC niya, Fabe we show timu say, if you need an advice on morality, don't go to the owner of a brothel. And he said, Kojobonsu kra da nchanya, yako MPP mua, na ye can say ye can about promiscuity. From presidency no, ye nim the loud silence for diaba. Into NDC the young fan on your politics. No mum, the Ghana for cannot say kroma ye shit. Baby, yes,
and
no my abamu
and the standard of living, say so or not the party increase. I don't pay you do come about transport fares, you know. Transport operators they say one more to ministry say illegal, they must rescind that decision and not coupled with increment in tariffs, ECG for per increment over 148%. Ghana Water for PB and PU RCA engagement. Nina so HSIA said the living standard of the people no air conform plus Ghana Statistical Service and one more SR so a news conference maybe inflation levels no aqua could drew the food basket in terms of inflation LED the chart we are what about transport inflation and also it means the basic daily life of the Ghanaian is being affected. I want Mamintio for 10 minutes.
Mijidi say yenokre say statistics na ububo nyina no obia entimi endi ho achini say ampa inflation no ekosoro na inflation no ekosoro na generally condition of living ekosoro esanse there are a lot of factors that Emma Bibisa Ekosro. I think, sir, I hate it when sir ostati h factors na no biaka so adinti na udini na ekoshaha and answer udini na ekoshaha, because it's very, very important, because prevailing circumstance and h say ebekosro and answer enkosro. Generally the condition of many be at Turkey hona oye ejuma. Okay. Oba kumase last week na me kumase. And Anna Idun Komona will say, I am telling you that Ghana is better, because Obaye was spending only 2 weeks. Was say in Turkey, bread, no more turn around by 2 cities before COVID. And then after COVID, Turkey bread no 12 cities. Turkey a 12 cities. Na oka normal ya omo atutum over time who say ampa Ghana crowd even though a kosoro nanso the rate at which a kosoro no e from e kakra compared to even Turkey. US the worst inflation over 40 years. The US alone, because that's sometimes almost 1 point something, but say almost 7% inflation in the US. By 40 years and I say 50 years na end to see that. It should tell you that a global phenomenon, especially on the inflationary figures. So inflation at 23 point something percent. I think it's on the higher side. Ama eduano kra bo ayeden. Ama se ukuta sika no kra na enhye da nia hoden kese. But se na meka no, ade aye global phenomenon no. Sometimes there are a lot of things oye se na be ya odibe mitigate ama Ghana ni no wakushi no ekakra. No ye wo economic policy obe setting right. O setting right nkwa de betima ye. When this country, when in 2015 year take you over no. Now inflation was 15.4. And a 23%. And which say isanka ye twaso nanka ya manage ni ye tama ye take you over in 2017 na. Me just want to say inflation no ekokako 100. And which sanka NDC no power. Anka inflation no say anka are unsustainable. Because in 2016 and also 2017 na 15.4 no. 15.4 no na eyi ni ho na pandemic bi eni ho na epidemic bi eni ho na bibi eni ho a ache oman bia na self induced na edum so na yes na your friends say economic fundamentals are akọ haywire, because at that time na besia bo o koje besia kra na inflation of 15.4 no. No sankoji bisia na insihu averagely when you cry 35% to uji 10,000 utrabe 3,500 insihu keke on a year and other fundamentals now, even though inflation is going up, but the other fundamentals are picking up and no say be push inflation up from because even GDP growth one time no around your friends say 3.5. It was worse in over 20 years at that time. Kessben. Yekoya could do your lowest because of your friends COVID, because COVID by to 2 normal for 2 years na your borders na 34 land borders na be free home for 2 years na be free home. Iti emma yeko ahohiahia mu kese iti o my bianso ko ahohiahia na so still osha GDP growth no kosoro. Even in the midst of that, you say ye empower businesses are a bit miabwa. Aside the one district one factory that we're implementing, you say yen bisia bono and I say in sihunum from kakra. So policy rate are either 25.5 no. Ye de bar 14.5%. I know ye in sihua ye de ema commercial banks are almost ujina so ediamansihu. Under the NDC 25.5 into the average lending rate was around 35%. And
there is no single bank, my name say I reviewed there, but the last time I'm checking, there is no single bank in this country or more than 24%.
In terms of
interest rate, into average 21%. So strike average now, will be 16%, will be your friend said 24%. To strike average now around 21%. And which say businesses to me expand the money ye, or to me beam a money ye. It no very, very instructive. It will share almost all the fundamentals are pointing in the right direction, but the inflation no and I say echo surokakra. Share goods and services, share iron rods, kra. About 60% are free Ukraine. Baby, we and to AC. Nanso, no tea a bemana kosoro because untimin cramba. O cranswa, I was so coffee baby, obe craba, ni boarding, and no soup beman ni boyading. She wheat. Up to now, wheat bread, crime on say omuntumu because we say, Mikasa, a drew baby, na ye can say wheat crown, na ye crack do dona every hobber. Adongo Ebeka say was say Ghana 100% di wheat. New refuse wheat bread no and no na ye dey. Me cry mo say wheat no cry no wheat bread no enko so because say no ni bo akoye den. So ama a force almost everyone to increase normal or increase and a fuel and so. And also akosoro. All these are things are but the good news is that Economic Intelligence Unit can say Diama NDC stand the chance of winning the 2024 elections has to do with the fact that economic problems your friends dire today and mira e more den kakra into one share na the problem about nation ka ye koto bank NDC be stand the chance but by 2024 economy na stabilize it. This is Economic Intelligence Unit. Obia air predicted because we share fundamentals na inflation as a kosoro kakra but we share the akani nyina na as a statica ebikra eco form na ebi so kosoro positively a boyen ama bibia timi akoso. I believe we say we know very instructive again. Electricity and no the major talking point. I say almost 148% increment. 148% increment now omopeno. Yen na minu nyina ejitum se ECG e was say omunya intumu because since 2019 yen tumu. Nti e was say intumu ba. Intumu na heba no 148 de e more rem. I think say I don't really blame ECG more. I can only blame your friends PURC. Because you more automatic tariff adjustments and a yen with fuel.
Yeah.
And also ho. Mitie penny no na watchrim say tama ya wasanka omuye quarterly adjustment no. Omushe increment ya wasanka omu increase is insignificant. Na say udi 1 no aka boom na koye 148 asawa high. Because anka 1% buyer, 2% buyer.
But I'm not sure for the 8 months of PDS rule, no.
Yes.
1 month adjustment then to me until say ECG sabe take over.
Yes, after the 8 months no crano. Even within that time, within this period, no, from 2019 to today, no. Yeah. How many months in the womb? Into we 8 months if you want saying do the adjustment, no one adjustment and say insignificant as a shut down no so 3-4%. And go here 3-4% every quarter now. And cause say no crano more beje no. Okay, be on make us 50% and I say 40%. Nanke dia because okay say under the NDC there was no major tariff increment. Won't it? But cumulatively, OSHA in 2010 89%. In 2011 10%. In 2012 78%. In 2013 28.3%. In 2014 59%. These are the kind of a year under the NDC now. You don't hear. Say ye increase the bia but who say ukwa na show light bill na o use postpaid no o show light bill na no say adjustment abon but who cry because about 3-4% be it over time no who say whole year no my be 100 and something percent. In 2016 it was 144% increment within that time na dum so mo na ye kania no you see we go 48 hours off no go 12 hours on. Sakwana was sister no ebotramo a 72 hours. Say abotramo enuma fugu very popular because we say obintimi ntu na tade anka 2015 eti ya menjin disa anka minu ebetimi asha atade kura ba because unya kanya ground what to atade, but we had around 100
and kania is say wo dum kania ni dum pa from last week Friday
ni dum no entremu no yes entremu oh sorry but entremu no to say entremu ni say ene de no omo se yaya mfidie bi na atoche mo baby tama dum so ni ho nyina no mfidie etoche ma yetimi dum area ho baby me for the past 4 days and I said 3 days me free kuma se bedru ha ne dum mekania da me ti so to nti obi a to obi ano me ti so to that's where I live but me dum mekania da even not me say e bia wia me ntifie na ye dum na because in the morning me sorry ba juma na ma sorry aba hai so but in dum ye eti enu nkyeremu ni se yanya mfidie no na ase atochi makakra eno kran de nkyeremu ni ba but omo time no ye ka kire wo se ensoyen duro na ye wo no enso eti mu area ye bema mu be ko 42 days off na ma ba 12 hours on ena meka se akwanu ni wure fi kakra na obotra one shall be 3 days and 4 days off.
All right.
So, but we know, Mr. Say, omu ye stakeholder engagement. Within the stakeholder engagement, you know, omu she na yempe a bit mafaso na ya strike balance. Okay. But idea I was say ECG me no omu nyadwin say obeka say tell we first say losses no krano commercial losses no we should pay for that. Obetimi afa nkrofo bebre omo ye adwuma na wasan akohwe omu ye illegal connection. How many times na nkrofo airport to say me meter say mumbesesa no omuma these are all inefficiencies of the ECG and this say omu pass it on us but ye nyina jitum say e was say ye adjustment kakra say na be ya company so betimi stay at float. Yes. Okay,
better say beauty me bow so Virgin Chamber says watching you live from Akokari. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Good morning to your Virgin Chamber. To say, Michael Tete says, Mr. Speaker, BOT is a genius, very wise and intelligent. Awal cannot compare himself to him. Tell him that next time he should bring Dr. Bawumia to face BOT. And one day, Abba. Michael Tete, that's a new message, you know. Odro Christiana said, very true. God bless you, Mr. Speaker. You and your team are very solid on morning radio. Thank you very much. We are grateful for the compliment. My member has to be
Mr. Speaker, with you, me da so among your kwanya semen kasa. Na on say the most difficult task on earth is selling a lie. The most difficult
why
task.
Why selling thrower?
Oh, me we are obehunu. Say kutie bia ni every insinuation has its own cast. Ukodu ba no obi bo akuti a. Ye mo that said them one more kwa DSC o ye wie twina de no ho etan na beso a. Control fit wo ye mo ni di o se me de menso a. Ya bodi. Until the point is that the most difficult job on earth is selling a lie. And to say, I dear any hope person man bawa obre. I know my brother awa. So I cannot cry, he flows. Anytime I wa be kasana tun say naturally we interjecting tun say de na hiano. Na on here be my sister station Joy News. I conducted a survey about 2 weeks ago. I say which party has better managed Ghana? And management of Ghana could be economic, could be political, could be anything.
That is the question.
That's the question. Whooping 71% said NDC. I'm quoting Joy News, and that is it. Whooping 71% of Ghanaians said, so you Ghana see why NDC 71% is Ghana, dear NDC.
Could it also be NDC supporters?
I'm coming. A very disappointing 29% say MPP. It's an American. Joy News is a bigger brand. And the authenticity and the credibility of what they put out cannot be challenged, but can be debated. And the 71% of respondents, Eka says, so you Ghana economy ni siwa. And this is the open one, unya baby. Let me give you other indicators. So far, every economy, they measure how it is prudently managed. This standard no is not left on to BOT or Awal or Mr. Speaker to debate it, but you can discuss it. One, your policy rates.
Okay.
To for every economy,
from the central bank.
The central bank, no, the bank of last resort. Me, you, everybody cannot deal really with them. Banks deal with them on our behalf. And the central bank is the banker to the government. So the central bank has a certain rate. I show the confidence in the economy. And we call it the policy rate. Few 4-5 months ago, the policy rate of Ghana stood around 14.something%. Now, because of the incompetence of this government, we move from 14 to 17%. Now, anytime policy rate goes up, it's an indication of a failed performance of the government in power.
Are you talking in specific terms to monetary policy?
Yes, that's it. Because it's coming from the government. So, the money indicators say the NPP in terms of the management of the economy has failed beyond repairs. The first indicator of failure is the policy rate. So the central bank of Ghana, move policy rate from 14 to 17, justifiably indicates to failure. Number 2, exchange rate. In every economy, the exchange rate is the strength of or the weakness of your currency relative to other currency. In fact, the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, said, and I quote him, when in doubt, check the exchange rate. These are his words. These are not my words.
Fundamentals are weak.
Don't jump the gun. After this analysis, you appreciate say the NPP is a failed government, but they don't want to admit it. Dr. Bawumia said that when in doubt of the failure of a government in terms of economic management, consult the exchange rate. And he went on to postulate that when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
I am a tree in Bremo.
Mamen can Dr. Bawumia we are not the tree, no, because me quote no verbatim word for word. Now, let me situate a Hanum family Dr. Bawumia semuno. Nisema all can say, so we mind na usika semon to ye ya. Adia baako ya dance die susudua kese ya wo man sika ho ode friend exchange rate. NDC exchange rate send a DJ MPP from 2017 7 January March.
Sidina ho
ode net saying, hey, $2 will be less than 4 cedis, and now they call 8 cedis. You are praising yourself. Obi ma pounds less than 6 cedis, and now they call almost 10 cedis. Obi ma euro less than 5 cedis, and now they call 9 cedis. And it's so far exchange rate in Kwana. Media no yes standard benchmark of measurement. It shows to say NPP are buying atom prede. Number 3, unemployment rate. Unemployment rate a rate they measure minor government now who are creating numa. Let me put it statistically, and I'm quoting Ghana Statistical Service. Under John Dramani Mahama, no credit mean for the Ghana or IMF. Because now we wanted to sanitize our economic framework until we had a homegrown policy through Century Forum. And that policy forum, President Mahama, a conscionable because of the Ghana for in Adrian. Omusa Mamu and Yabusinyabu, and yet Rabbi bigotry governors, a nation governors. And to Mahama, Epon Sasa Yen Century Forum. After Century Forum, we had a homegrown policy at the copy IMF. In fact, the MPP tattoo who said, and Mahama no or place caveat ceiling on unemployment and fanipa. I'm putting it on your show. Anybody can challenge me. From 2013 to the year 2017, General Mahama de Akunyan Akufo-Addo no. Mahama fanipa more than Akufo-Addo first time put together statistically.
In terms of figures,
in terms of figures. Okay, and so Obia Betina Kachira will say Mahama the Ghana ko IMF. Me can't almost say according to data of Ghana Statistical Service, from the year 7 January 2013 to 7 January 2017, Mahama Crown or the Ghana call IMF, no? The number of people enrolled into the public sector wage bill more than a Akufo-Addo from 2017 to 2021 January.
You are not giving us direct figures, a bit me across checking.
Almost 180,000 or the back for the 4-year period. Akufo-Addo whole 4-year period, no, the Odia Kaho Crown in 150,000. Or no so a better manager of the economy.
But NAPCO go out for 100,000 people.
Oh, you call NAPCO employment creation? You call NAPCO?
Stop government.
Look,
if I over 100,000.
The most funniest, deceptive, scamming policy in the history of the world are the NAM1. NAPCO is a friend to NAM1, men's gold. Say you can NAPCO. Ubo NAPCO so NAM1 to one any budget. NAMCO is the most calming employment policy in the history of Ghana under the Fourth Republic.
I don't know what's a stopgap measure.
Masa, Obi Ako Independence Square, Kobo Dash and Tado Fufu, I promise Ghana for some minimum 100,000. Years later, Osimi Yimodi, it is the most calming employment policy ever. In fact, Ghana ya Bucha and Kombe Siwa Kufuado for deception. Because clearly, no, or deceive Ghana for. Point number 4, a public debt profile. Mind be and as an economist, no, Maminka will show you to say it is not bad to borrow. From economic perspective and introspection, no, Obobosi and bad. But so our form you know. Na ba kumba bosia de hwe ne ba university. Na ba kumba bosia de kwa ye de kwatwe mpana. The obo bosia kwa ye twe mpana no, a bad borrowing. Enti se mahama bobosia. Na wotu ani a wo hye pokuase interchange ase. Wotu ani a University of Ghana Medical Hospital. Wotu ani a Circle Interchange. Wotu ani a Polyclinic. Wotu ani a Ferry Hospital. Wotu ani a Commended Sugar Factory. That kind of borrowing is a conscionable borrowing. And then me no takra Ridge Hospital. A indication say Mahama borrowing was a sensible, smart borrowing. Under these people, they borrow for consumable. Okay. They chatto. Media right and corruption. Nanado Kase, he will use Anna's principle to fight corruption. But today, Nanado fight anybody who fight corruption. And in conclusion, on this first leg, you know, Auditor General report for 2021 alone shows to say, for the year 2021 fiscal year, whooping 12.8 billion went into people's pocket. As to whether say Kufuado pocket, Baumia pocket, Kenufrata pocket, nobody knows. And so put together the consequences of this inefficiency, corruption, incompetence, no, and now are riddled into the energy sector, no, because so the energy sector called PDS. Now say PDS called a man for company form was Saluna. The end result is that Sika US are buying promises a 2 million challenge account to Benyano. It will not come. All right. Until today, the chicken have come home to roost. A self-inflicted inefficiency. And a dear bidu baby.
Awa mami mra na mintio driver unions new operators, you know, on the transport fares ministry so raise concern about the illegality. A brand and said that no, Yamam 5 minutes. Mamintio were no.
You before some buy no so on say or semi TB big tree rock a very important because we say Kessben uncrophoti from Mian Kroma Santa Fe just definitely it be a BT or radio so na the okeka enya accurate no say otie de kwa onhwe na e de asemaba. Was it joy for my apples social media. Omodi ato ho say ene me de to ho. Say NDC and people when they better. What will happen? My friends, Baba Betuama MPP. Opponents, Betuama NDC. So, what is the margin of error? You are a researcher.
But the Joy News is an independent.
I get it. But, or say, or the Tony Facebook wall, say, Munye, Muntuaba, say, ene, mihuna me kokase, ye. Self-induced your friends it me so microphobia ye post into monko to my it's done. So when you say margin of error there so yeah dear post be I to me there now so say social media post there massa for to I had to say if I or say a friend Musa Bia or yeah or say omo you know cry from say
global info
I be pepe the toss me no me name say me kasan went yemia. I am shocked and surprised say Obia or dear free 25.5 by 14.5 I increased to 17% inefficiency. Hey now economists no suyan because say yenya betu yana policy rates 25.5 yenya na dia bas 14.5% because of interest exchange rate in TSC you move 200 points 17% in ye ni mama mu ye west na 17% no mu best ye west no
in terms of monetary policy
exactly ye west 17 no mu best 25 because that was how you left it
Your best was 25.5. Your worst is 17%. Now, so say, your titi economy, na say no. Did you listen to yourself when you were talking? And now, share figures, no. And now, sorry, free 14 to call 17. You say no. And now, if baby, you would free buy. Baby, you did free buy. You do 14%, no. I was so buoyant. It was the same crutch because the rippling effect in the say is huna perform. That's the most important thing. Even and I had 17. No. There are banks that are doing 16, 17, 18. Cal Bank is doing 16%. Even and I 17. It should tell you that indeed your friends say you are managing the economy well. Again, what's it? Nipa saying you employ. You buy public sector no. Don't say they say, Mr. Speaker, I don't think I'm better know any man because you fact check people because who's there who read it. What's he saying? Was it between 2013? Sa figures na NDC for Kano. Amu chantro say Mahama fan of Amu could do hey.
I think over 180,000.
180,000 no, of Amu sector bank. Ye increase public sector, your friends are workers no. From 560 to 900,000. You buy 20 is 560. From Kwame Nkrumah to 900,000. Who if you say Minister of Employment de assembly buy no. Parliament invite no. Emma the sector ni na breakdown by.
He couldn't provide any sector data.
I can give you the I can give you the breakdown.
He couldn't.
I can give you the breakdown.
But he couldn't.
Missy, what do you call it?
The figures.
What do you call Parliament?
He couldn't.
What do you call Parliament?
He couldn't.
You read it. You discuss it. Menu crowd discussing wa cry FM. He brought the figures. Say your friends agree. Nipa say almost Senate. These are the things I hear. From 560,000 to 900,000. Yet baby former President Mama there was net freeze. Net freeze on the Kogu he. Or call IMF now. Or call the policy credibility no. Was he on no policy ni credible.
Our transport first
again. Was he NAPCO enye juma. And a journalist being who organ how or juma. I'm telling you, Senapco enye juma. There is no single journalist in this country he is a worker. Say you have NAPCO enye juma. Because there is no single journalist in your contract na diamano. I just want more your friends say GBC. Any Ghana news agency omo dey your contract. Obetina mu a juma ko pension. But Kessben uba no oji contract. Eyema wana assign to aso. Enyema wana wejai. Enya sa na we no. Enti onya juma. Oh time no. One for mo juma kra. To the extent that NAPCO didn't ama NDC for any abri on NAPCO no say. Omo communicators do na on NAPCO so. Sika eboa omo ama omo ko radio ko ye no say ema enye say ema o.
My NDC for no.
Yes. I can mention about 4 or 5 omo free commercial omo ye NAPCO beneficiaries. So who say omo ni abria it sustains them. Because 700 na etua no na eboa omo tua silori fair eco radio station ko Kasama party say omo ntimi nye enti omo ni abri say NAPCO ni ntuaka NAPCO is doing an exit plan. Yeah for omo no you can say for more favor. You can say you more 3 years contract. As soon you exit plan. Exit plan you can say a biblical school. Or more choose some biblical school no. If you say more can say more entrepreneurship. You do mama coffee for soup. Or any IPA. Or more atimi aye your first entrepreneurship. Or more be permanent employment no. A bikura akko training. Your friends are GRE for no. Muko, control exams. It's okay. I'm saying, more time. A Juma Ben, a buyer, a do even 20,000. Treme, 20,000. Yes, top gap. Crown. One to me,
made I say, beauty, my mean you on transport first.
Mr. Speaker,
man, transfer.
Men can't say, so who say be much as a champion will lose argument. I was
excited because
cover inflationary rates. And let's start to admit it here. Data about data about Ghana Statistical Service say the current inflationary rate it is the worst for the past 18 years.
That is true. We are
under whose regime? And let me tell you,
15%.
in every economy, so we perform year with the year 2023, the foundation you lay for the year 2022. Any economic data Ghana for whom the year 2017, no, it was the foundation laid by Mahama in the year 2016, and I'll give you the foundation. Kessben Bank was given to MPP government. Ghana Infrastructure Fund, money was given to the MPP government. Sinking Fund, Heritage Fund, ESLA Fund. Where is Sika? Obi any swadi hunu any leadership no. O kreti jadema. Eni sa oba na say oh yeah de na ko yisika free Kessben Bank give any ade e de ye infrastructure project obi na lay foundation.
Kessben Bank.
Yes, Kessben Bank. Ghana Kessben Bank. No. Kessben Bank was called, it was called Edif. Wait.
Edif in 2004.
Point of correction.
Edif was established by Kufuor in 2004. We were in the same building with them.
Please, can I finish? Awa. But no, if you have anything, you write it. Please.
I want to Mami Medase. Mami Tio Bioti. The microphone off. What am Meet you.
Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
The background to Kessben Bank was called EDIF, Export Development Agricultural Investment Fund. Listen to me.
Meet you.
At a point, please, can I finish?
You're very important.
Yes, on my background, so let me listen to
NDC set up Yes Fund. MPP change Yes Fund to NEP. Can we say anything NEP buy? Common sense, you tell anybody, say, NEP, no. NDC did not set up NEP. NDC set up Yes Fund, Youth Enterprise Support Fund. And it doesn't matter, please. So now be change the Yes Fund, review no. Now NDC in Kojina Baby in Casa any other NEP aba. Common sense the bachelor was a NEP NDC brain charge. But the brain charge of the NDC is Yes Fund, of which you change it. And to what please. Allow me to make my point.
And 2002, EDIF was
there. Called Export Development Agricultural Investment Fund. It is the brainchild of the MPP government. I won't take it from them. Yes. But you cannot compare EDIF to Kessben Bank. And they're gonna for you. I can't check on for say. And then NEP na a wohono. NDC, Yes Fund buyer, on be changing the NEP no. NEP na one didn't catch no masasano. If I'm going by your own logic, because the two EDIF, and through act of parliament and Kessben Bank buy, you cannot compare Banga the act of parliament to EDIF. It is a no country. Let me say, changing it from EDIF to Kessben Bank was just a mere change of name. They are a tier for 1 year before. Munjaji say MPP so the NEP na NDC the Yes Fund by there. The NEP na MPP dia ba it is just a symbolic change of name. Right. But anya my argument no. My argument no say obi lay foundation mau. Now performance in subsequent years are positive. You must give credit to that person. And it's and after 2017 no, look at the economic performance of the MPP 2018, 2019, 2020. Because clearly no.
Regional hospital expansion, it was Miel. But Usi Mahama na ye. Mahama na ye.
If he does, it's not fair because
I would have to leave it here and go. Be just 5 seconds.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Wrong said, I respect political discussion. And to say Drew Neswa, may any reservation I jotted down.
Me time no crash.
In similar vein, no, it will help for the future discourse. Okay. Because you see, I say, well, lose argument, no, the Takashi. But me Takashi to me. The me best I have four who say, you see, the NDC has been painted as incompetent, veranda people, but clearly the economic data, what Ghana today, support any argument said the NDC is a better economy to the government than anybody. And now I can say, Dr. Baumia has moved from economy minister to a poster boy because I know it's going to win. But I'm happy. I'm quite about to say,
thank you, James.